you know, growing up, growing up poor, uh, I wanted, toys. When you're a kid, you want toys. So, I got to the point where I wanted to buy my own. So, I wanted to find a job, and my brother-in-law Charlie was working installing stereos, and right next to it was a video game store. And I called that video game store during the summer so many times asking for a job. I was underage. I just kept on bugging them. I wanted to get a job to, something with, some sort of electronics because, I was a dorky kid. But I annoyed them enough where they hired me. And it was a video game store that he did imports. So he sold, this was before like Funko Land and all that. It had to be, I would say probably around 88, 88, 80, yeah, probably around 88. Um, so anyway, he hires me. I start working there, and I'd have to say not too long after, he's raided by the FBI. He was selling a Nintendo cartridge that was like a 301. So it was an import and it had like 300 Nintendo games on it. Um, so yeah, it got raided by the FBI for all those. I find out that he was raided by the FBI prior because he would go to concerts with a tape recorder and record the concerts and then sell those tapes. So this is the second time he was raided. So I worked there for a little while and then left, went to go work for Software Etc., which computer type store. And I went on with my life, and I heard that he was raided again. He became a wholesaler, and apparently he was. This is right when CDs came out, and he was copying like 3DO games, and but he would have them printed. So he'd copy them and then like had it printed so it looked just like the exact, you know, um, package. And he'd even have like boxes made and whatnot. And so yeah, that he got raided by the FBI selling those. Um, I don't know if he served any jail. I just heard that he was raided again by the FBI. So life goes on. I'm working actually for another sign company at that time, and I get a call out of the blue. Will you accept a call from such and such? Jail. Well, not jail, but I forgot the exact wording. But anyway, he was in jail, and he asked me if I was willing to go run his store for 6 to 8 months. um, I think about it and, I decided to, give it a shot. He was going to pay me more than the sign company. Um, and basically just, keep the business going. He had a very, big eBay business going, and he was also selling wholesale to, stores like GameStop and Electronics Boutique. So it was, contacting the companies overseas that were making the parts like the Game Boy lights and whatnot. And he sold Pokemon products. So I learned that he went to jail for selling pirated Pokemon products, and turned out he turned in his supplier to get a lesser sentence. So he comes back, and shortly after he comes back, he asks if he can store his products in my dad's garage. We had a huge garage, 2 stories with a lift. Me and my dad built it over a summer. But anyway, yeah, he asked to store it there. He had several warehouses. This was just like, probably about 3/4 of just one warehouse. Um, so we store everything there. and he's trying to get into Canada. And turns out Canada won't let him move there because he's been to jail and had so many legal issues. Turns out he's trying to move there because when he turned in his supplier, turns out his supplier was connected to the Yakuza, and apparently they were trying to find him. So yeah, he was on the run for the Yakuza, and yeah, that's my my connection.